This is a heartfelt message to people who are struggling with mental health. Maybe you're feeling alone, maybe you're feeling isolated, maybe you're feeling misunderstood. In this video, I just want to come alongside you and I want to provide some understanding, some care, and some encouragement for you. And I'm going to speak some truth of the scriptures. I know that it can be so difficult when going through something, particularly something invisible. It can make you feel invisible, especially when many other people haven't gone through it and they don't understand, they can't possibly understand. And I think within the Christian community there's a lot of stigma around this too. People don't know how to deal with this. They don't know how to interact with people that are struggling with mental health. And there are a few things that Christians do that are not helpful at all. The first one is that a lot of times Christians will say, you just need to have more faith. Now, it's true that everyone could use more faith. This can really come across as condescending because you have no idea what that other person's going through. Maybe they're exercising tremendous faith just to do the basic things each day. Maybe just getting out of bed takes incredible faith. Preparing your meals takes incredible faith. We don't know where someone is at. And God does. God sees that. And when you're actually stepping out and doing what you can do, even if it's those basic things, and you're picking up the scriptures and you're coming before Him, even though you're struggling emotionally and it's the last thing you feel like doing, you're exercising great faith. It's not about the size of your faith, but it's about the quality of your faith, and God can take faith as a mustard seed. It's all about, are you honouring God with everything? And that might look different for different people. You could be exercising far more faith than someone who looks on the outside like they're exercising more faith because they're not going through the things that you're going through. The second thing is that Christians can say, you need demonic deliverance. This is just absolute nonsense. A Christian cannot have a demon. A Christian cannot be demonized. A Christian does not need demonic deliverance. I've done a video on this before. All this does is keeps a person trapped, enslaved, in bondage, when they're just trying to get this quick fix, this release, and they're not actually dealing with the issue. I'm going to put a video to that in the pinned comment. You can check that out if you like. Now, another thing that can be a good thing for people to do, but sometimes might not be received well, is people can throw Bible verses at you. And this can come across as condescending, as if, I don't know those verses already. Just, you just need to know these verses more. And knowing these verses more can help. But what someone often needs is more than that. What someone is looking for that's going through a struggle with mental health is understanding, is care, just someone that can come alongside them. And yes, Scripture is Scripture. It is powerful no matter what you're going through. The truth of God doesn't change, but what people need is for you to live that out as well as to present that to them. Build trust, and then you can speak into their life. Don't be flippant about it. I know for me, I had never gone through mental health issues before until I suffered from protracted withdrawals from a medication. And this started at the start of 2023, and I can't even explain what happened. It was like my brain was ripped open and every sort of negative and hopeless emotion was just in overdrive. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm still experiencing some of the consequences of this almost 2 years later. The brain has healed a lot, but to actually go through this, it just opened my eyes to really what people experience and what can happen. And having had this happen to me, I can now have a greater appreciation for some of the things that might be happening in other people. And I want to tell you that if you're going through things, that I can understand. If going through the absolute worst of the worst opened my eyes, and what you're going through is very real. I want to affirm you in that. There are biological things that can be happening in a person's brain that is wreaking havoc. This isn't made up stuff. And you might be struggling badly through this. I just want to come alongside you in that. And I'm sorry that you're going through this. It grieves me greatly when I read comments of people that are struggling. I really do feel a compassion and a sorrow for what people are going through. And I just want to tell you, I can't fix your problems, but I just want to tell you that I care. And that's why I've made this video. I want to speak to you if you're feeling alone. I want to give you care. I want to give you understanding. I want to affirm you in what you're going through. What I would say is, however, we should never use this as an excuse to not do what we can do. We don't want to throw up our hands and give up, but we want to do what we can do, but know that even in those small things that might seem insignificant to other people, even to yourself, God sees that and He honours that, and He's going to bless you for that. Your faithfulness to Him in those small things. There are a number of scriptures that can help as well, and not just truth that you've heard before that's to be glossed over, but truth that you can take hold of and meditate on. You could write it down and put it up somewhere and remind yourself of it, but I want to give you some scriptures that are going to bless you. So, Psalm 34:8, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. That's the heart of the Father. How beautiful. He cares. He sees what you're going through. He loves you so much that He sent His Son to die for you on the cross. Psalm 73:26, my heart and my strength may fail, but the Lord is my strength and my portion forever. We see when Jesus was there when Lazarus had passed away. It says Jesus wept. He knew that He was going to raise him to life, but He wept because of the suffering of those others around Him who didn't know yet that this was going to take place. This is the heart of Jesus. It says many times that He felt compassion. We also see in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, 3-4, it says that God is the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort. That's a beautiful passage to reflect on. It talks about the comfort of God for those who need comfort. It's beautiful. And the other one, knowing that God is on your side. 1 Peter 5:7, casting all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you. He's saying, I'm here. You can be real with me. You can be honest with me. I'm not disappointed in you. I know what you're going through. Cast these anxieties on me and trust me. And that trust might look different for different people. It might even be, God, help me. I can't do it on my own. That's trust. That's faith. And I pray that you take these scriptures and meditate on them, and they will take hold in you until something changes. And God can transform you. For some people, it might be suddenly. You might get a revelation. For others, it might be over time. But God can help you, and ultimately God is with you. Stay close to Him and seek to honour Him. I also want to tell you that you are not alone. There are many people that are suffering right now. And as I said before, I can't fix your situation. All I can do is provide understanding and care and come alongside you and try to encourage you in the scripture, the truth of God. And what I would say is that I've seen before in videos that I've put out, there are so many people in the comments that are struggling. So many people out there. And if you're struggling and you just want to get something out, leave a comment below. If you want to encourage someone else below. This is a place where we can build up one another, we can encourage one another, we can be a blessing to one another. There's no judgment. All there is a love for one another and a compassion for what each other is going through. So I pray that this video has blessed you. Meditate on those scriptures, leave your comments below, and I also pray that these videos will continue to bless you and help you to know God more, to become more like Jesus, and to live out your purpose in Him. God bless you, friends. Talk to you soon.